Hello. Wait, let me post that. Look, yesterday I forgot that. But I posted message day before. Who do you want, Kitty? Who do you want, Kitty? No, thanks to be okay. Thanks to be okay. But I want to post Kitty. Kitty, I know you want to be loved right now. But you are not the only person here. You are not the most important person here. Where were you 1 hour ago? Oh, well, I'm pathetic then. Now you're demanding pet, little spoiled friendless queen. Demanding pets! Demanding pito. Okay, but I have to get used to fighting. Because fighting is a little bit weird. The camera is not moving around when you fight. Ah, yeah, we have to do it. I wouldn't lose 50 points.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that's found you. Have you seen the mob that's gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he's the one who sent me.
Sahin. Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me, coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy. To criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners. Making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace, and earned Sahin's hatred. Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. I mean, the mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps. But you are hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, my lady?
Okay, let's help him leave the city like yesterday.
I'm going to help you leave the city. But you must promise never to return.
I swear it.
Very well then. I need to first get you away from those who want to see you hanged.
If we can't find a way to sneak out of here discreetly, we will have to confront the populace.
I haven't lost hope that I'll be able to help them hear reason.
It would be better if I remain hidden while waiting.
Yes, so this time we will try not to lose 50 coins. They will still have to do the exploration last time. I don't have lock screen.
The servant's door. The lock's double bolted.
Speaking of now, now.
Madam, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
There was nothing. This game gives me a vague French feeling. Mostly because it's like it seems to be like reimagination of French colonialism, kind of. Plus Black Death with Malachor. Please.
Please listen, I beg you.
If you want him to reimburse you, get in the back of the line like everyone else.
Believe me, I understand why you are angry.
Me? It's not money I want! That charlatan tried to poison us! I couldn't give a flying pile of dung for your pretty words. We're gonna hang him high! And you too, if you're an accomplice!
How absurd! I'm the one who put an end to his operation.
Well, in that case, help us catch him so he can be punished like he deserves!
He's trapped! He'll have to come out someday, you'll see.
And so you plan on waiting here? I do not advise that. All of you drank one of those potions, am I right?
You're right, we did! Tasted of death! I did nothing for me ulcer!
As for me, I only drunk a few drops. And my tooth is aching more than ever.
Alas, you need only drink a mere drop for it to provoke paralysis.
Paralysis?
A terrible side effect. The symptoms appear sooner or later. No one is spared from them.
What? Are we doomed then?
Everyone is. Except, of course, those going to see a doctor to receive the antidote.
What are we gonna do? The doctor costs a fortune! We're all gonna end up like statues!
Listen to me, everyone. I know a good doctor that will help us. Come on, follow me!
That charlatan will just have to wait to get what's coming to him.
The alchemist is now far from danger, at least.
Go and tell him the good news.
It looks like my avatar is technically working properly, but sometimes with certain cutscenes, it doesn't. OBS is not dealing well with it. Looks like it's more my OBS's fault than it. This is how I take this before.
So, did you find a way to get me out of this hornet's nest?
I persuaded the mob to disperse calmly and without a fight. The way is free.
Very well. What power of persuasion? They didn't seem of a mind to hear reason from me.
You were free. Climb into your carriage and leave Serene immediately. Let me deal with Dr. Sahi.
I owe you my life, my lady. I will be eternally in your debt.
I remind you to never step foot here again.
I have no desire to return anyway. Farewell.
There's some issue with their dialogue being cut out.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Wait. Let's talk to the bartender.
Good day, Tavern Keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
Ask about this business.
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. We've not seen many new customers, but of late things are looking better. The Malicor and the neighbouring wars have dampened commerce. The epidemic still rages, but the possibility of finding a cure on that island has given people something to hope for. Now that we have a city there, quite a few seafarers come by to spend their wages.
Okay. The Malicor.
Has the Malicor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began to spread, a wave of panic followed in its wake. People stopped going out of their homes. They were afraid. I was close to closing shop, I tell you. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge said that you couldn't just catch it like that. People are still distrustful, as is their nature, but they are leaving home again. It's a start. I also lost quite a few regular customers. Dead or too scared to venture back. Oh, but that's nothing new to you. The city would have sunk in the water if not for trade with the new isle.
Okay. Here, Freddy.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories about Tir Freddy.
Right. Even stories that my heaviest drinkers would have trouble believing. They say that man trees live there. Dragons and gigantic creatures. Treasure abounds under every rock. And the source of eternal life is hidden somewhere there. Last night, some Nauts even told me they brought back one of those giant beasts into the port. Ah, but you know the kind. If you ask my opinion, the drink was fueling their imaginations.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
This is everything I wanted to know.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
NPC don't have much to say. Craftsmanship allows you to upgrade your weapons and armor. Science allows you to create potions and traps. You need knowledge to be able to use the crafting table. Profaned, spend points in the desired talent. Use a certain pieces of equipment or companions that can give you a bonus. Each talent point will unlock new recipes. You'll also need ingredients which you can buy or find from it. Craft level 1. Size 10.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out of style? Does your vest belong to last year's fashion?
Why is it so dark here? This is kind of quiet. There's some music in. Um, maybe something different.
Lady de Sardet, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes, we were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less, illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
I didn't like the textures on medium. Abandoned letter. Albert, I hope you will be given this letter when you finally return from Alstad, provided there is somebody still alive here to give it to you. I can barely see any more and it's difficult to write. I'm sorry, my child, I can't leave you much. The looters are sure to have wrecked our beautiful bookstore by now, but they might not have found the chest I hid in our house. Take care of yourself, my son, and if the money enables you to flee to this magic island, which is said to be completely free of evil, your loving father. Hey! We're suddenly back where we were. Didn't know we could go here from there.
You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you need to be the talk of all Serene!
If you had any idea who I am. Open up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
Do you hear that?
Yes, that's Constantine's voice. It's coming from the upper floor. Sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
Who the fuck is Constantine?
It's not possible just now. It's blocked.
When the player is in stealth mode near enemies, a detection indicator will appear above their head. If your presence is detected, the indicator will fill up until you are perceived as dangerous, which will trigger combat. The indicator has to stay suspicious in yellow and detected in red.
This man is gonna bring the guard out if he keeps shouting like that.
What was stealth though? Stealth was on sea.
We should have got rid of him.
Don't be an idiot. It's obvious that he's a noble, a rich man. He needed to be taught a lesson, but it's better we grab some coin. With all those posters we posted, someone with deep pockets will show up sooner or later to liberate the rooster. Oh, he's making a great deal of noise. We could knock him out, or gag him.
To my help!
They noticed me, damn it.
Others! Things are about to get dicey. You're running out of energy. Drink a potion.
I wasn't planning to be noticed, but alas, if it happened, it happened. One-handed heavy weapons. These useful tool temporarily neutralize a strong opponent and give you time to eliminate the others. Lasts longer. Attack duration. Alright. Cardinal Antonio. Cardinal Antonius has been Telema's ambassador to Cyrene for several years. He is a cunning man, versed on the subtleties of politics, but also a man of faith, who has not yet given up the hope of converting the larger city of the congregation to his faith. Although a member of the missionary order, like many ambassadors, he is said to be close enough to the Inquisition and has often been seen collaborating with the most extreme defenders of the faith. Ambassador Sahin, who has long been a renowned professor at Al Saad University, was appointed several years ago to represent the Serene Bridge Alliance. After a long time and vainly, he tried to convince the merchant princes, particularly Prince de Orsay, to join the alliance. He now devotes himself to the defense of the economic interests of his nation in the region. What I wanted to read there. I forgot when I was reading. Hmm.
It's not possible just now.
Wait, I need to check. Because apparently there are romantic people here. Okay. Okay, there are only 4 romans. Kurt, Afra, Vasco, Shora. So, female protagonist has 2 male characters to romance and 1 female. And male protagonist has 2 female romances and 1 male. Where is Constantine? Somewhere up? There's a lot of interesting art in this game. This is like, I am not paying attention to the walls. But this is the second wall I paid attention to, and I really like this painting.
Locked. Locked.
Wait, he's behind lockpicked door? No way. I had a key.
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress! Ha!
Constantine, it's me!
My fair cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fires.
I do what I can. We are departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure.
Select Constantine from the inventory screen with left and right. Equip Constantine with his outfit, all embroidered tablet.
If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, fair cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
There's no one left to pay, Your Highness. The brave Kurt and your cousin have already settled the books.
Really now? What a shame. I would have loved to have seen that. We've nothing left to do then than to board our ship. An adventure awaits us at the end of the street.
Now we look like family. It was not planned though, this mission. I was doing side quests, not doing the main quest. I just stumbled on the main quest by accident. We are going down. Now I have two companions. Are you good at lockpicking? Constantine. I understand. Oh, I have a key to this? Maybe I should also check this out. I didn't have a key. I understand.
swarm through. Here's your hat.
How can those things? Okay, this chest nobody can open. Oh well. Read that. Didn't finish exploring the sea. This zone is under the control of another faction than yours. Certain places are forbidden for you. A costume torso of the faction will allow you to trick the guard. You can also try a stealth approach, but if guards spot you, it will result in a violent response and damage your reputation with this faction. What? So I can go there.
The warehouse is off limits. Move along.
Intuition?
Did you hear the bell?
The bell? Of the port authorities?
Of course. We are not in Teleme, you know. You better get going. The Harbour Master is ringing it. All the Nauts must rendezvous at the Port Authority immediately. Must be something serious.
Damn, I didn't hear either. We're done for. Come on, we need to move fast.
Be off with you. I'll watch over the warehouse in your absence.
Oh, really? I just wanted this loot. I didn't want anything else. Now, please. I will not respond.
To my help! And death to the others!
Oopsie daisy. I didn't read the prompt and read it only when I went in second time, but didn't manage to leave before the NPC turned. That warehouse out.
You cannot pass. Only the Nauts have access to the prison.
Okay.
I've seen a few escapes in my time, but I never thought I'd see someone go to all this trouble to break into a prison.
Well, I can open this now, so that doesn't matter. I checked what I wanted, meaning what's inside. Ah, shit. I don't want to fight them. I am a nice citizen. I am a niece of a prince. You can trust me. I won't feel anything.
To my help!
Jesus fucking Christ. Even Harbor Master office is out of limit. I thought that maybe Harbor Master is inside and he could talk. Why did everything become blurry? This one. But before that, not this way. Not this way. Not this way. This is where I wanted to go. Why does it want me to unlock this door? You don't need to do that. Where was the Alliance Master? Where am I going?
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade.
Speak about the charlatan.
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say that I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated.
Cover the escape of the alchemist. Confront him on his lie.
He managed to slip through our fingers.
Once again. That man is part eel.
We followed his trail to the Coin Guard Tavern, but he had already escaped. All the same, you have nothing to fear. He will never step foot in Serene again.
We'll eventually catch up with him and deliver the punishment that his crimes deserve. Governor Burhan will be happy to learn that such an amiable legate will soon cross the shores of Tir-Fredi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest gift for your voyage.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
Did I do a right thing? I don't know. Does it matter? I guess I used a diplomatic approach, not wanting to anger anyone. But it was not because I wanted or because it was planned. I was like, do I have to be the one confronting him? Like, why me? Why not someone else? Stop this time first.
Your Highness, I'm happy to see you. Your absence this morning worried both your father and me.
Come now, Sir de Corsilion. My father may have been angry, outraged, or disappointed, but he's never worried about me. I'm sad to have caused you any worry, though. Would you believe that I was rotting away in a sinister jail, guarded by thugs ready to kill me? Though still seeing double from last night's drink, I was preparing an ingenious escape plan when... ta-da! My fair cousin jumped up out of nowhere and saved me. I'm quite the fairy tale damsel in distress.
You might have refrained from the company of bandits the night before such an important departure.
Take away the risk and halve the pleasure, de Corsilion. It is the salt of life.
I fear that some of my teachings have been misunderstood. But you wanted to ask me something,
Ask about his future role on the island.
What will be your official title on Tirfredi? Or are you just here to keep an eye?
Come now, don't be ridiculous. I'm coming in the capacity of official advisor, nothing more. But His Highness has also asked me to report to him on certain strategic observations. I am therefore required to take note of all events, chart the island and its resources, but also obtain as much knowledge as possible concerning the more dangerous creatures of the island. Your help will be extremely valuable to me. I've no longer the legs of an adventurer.
It's always a privilege to help, Master. I need to be leaving. I have quite a few things to do before we raise anchor.
Okay, there are 2 more quests I need to do. But all of them are with the captain.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco!
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's niece. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apology.
Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tirfredi. I'm enchanted, Captain. I am eager to board your ship.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. I hope you enjoy your voyage.
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Sure. About the cabin boy. When did you see him for the last time?
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Okay, acquaintances in Serene.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
Who are his close friends?
Miss Jonas. Does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Lauro.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish, you'll find them over there, in port.
Okay. Ask about their Jerez.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Keep from saying too much. Talk to him openly about your mission.
A couple of heretics are planning on leaving Serene. The ambassador of Ptolemy has entrusted me with the job of capturing them.
Happy to see that you trust me enough to seek my counsel in the affair. Just so happens that I heard someone talking about the couple. The Cardinal's men are far from discreet. They're making quite some ruckus, asking to search our warehouses. We of course refused entry. Only the Nords have access. I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I'm certain your potential stowaways aren't far. But we won't allow you to make a search to grab them. Not officially, at least.
What do you mean?
That discretion and malice are often more useful than titles and words.
Okay, ask for help on the merchandise.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel...
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates, after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tir-Fredee. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office.
Okay, ask about the knots.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is seaborn. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Tir-Fredee.
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island of Tir-Fredee.
It is a magnificent place. Wild. Spared from your wars and your mines, for now. The natives have a relationship with their land, and consider it sacred. They're a very friendly people, welcoming, that will appear to you strangely familiar. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures, some enormous. But I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed far from the ports.
Okay, the port of Serene.
What do you think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? It is the biggest high seas port on the continent. Thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city, it holds a particular status for us Nords. Certain zones are owned completely by us, and maritime law holds office. It's a good port. Were it not for the Malachor, it would be a pleasant place to dock.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a Captain Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
We already found the jail, I think. We just didn't have the mission to talk to the guy. Are there any people close by? Oh, there's Okay, this is the end of the map. What a beautiful ship. You know what? Recently someone was like, it's impossible that Jack Sparrow had such a big ship. Because big ships like that were used most commonly in that era to smuggle or transport slaves. But in the same video, the person was like, but then I learned that actually Jack's ship was meant for that purpose. And that's true. But Jack himself never he never transported any slaves. I mean Jack Sparrow. At least he never wanted to. He had a rule that he didn't want to transport slaves. And he was actually working for the East India Company under Beckett. Beckett gave him the ship and didn't tell Jack that part of the cargo of the ship will be slaves. When the Jack discovered it, he released everyone on an island. And that's why Beckett hates him so much. It's also more described in the book, Price of Freedom. There's also an entire island that's hidden via magic from others. There's a princess that seems to be connected to the old Kush kingdom. Because the people who live on that island are descendants of the people from the Kush kingdom. So there are some stories happening there, though I have issues with that book because it doesn't really connect that well with the movies and with the previous Jack Sparrow books when he was a child. Because in Price of Freedom, he is described as an adult when he for the first time meets Davy Jones. But in the books that were before that, he already met Davy Jones, so they kinda are not connecting well timeline-wise. Also, the personality of Jack's father is so much different in Price of Freedom versus the early books in which he was a child. And okay, people can change, but that's a really huge leap from father who wanted Jack to understand what piracy means to father that despises his son. And then in the movies you don't see.
This smuggler is filthy. But perhaps we'll discover some useful information.
In the movies you don't see Jack's father acting in any negative way towards Jack. Only in the silent type father type way. So you know. Oh, so this is the person I am.
Good day. Someone told me that you were a friend of Jonas, the young cabin boy who was gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
Okay. Ask about the cabin boy. Ask when was the last time she saw him.
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
Ask about his habitual comings and goings.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Ask about his friend.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Ask if he had enemies.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
Ask about Captain Vasco.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
I need to be going. Farewell.
I wonder how old the protagonist is. "23. At least the wiki says.
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
Ask about cabin boy. Ask what he knows.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him.
They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left. You get me?
Okay. Ask about the cabin boy's state of mind.
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Ask about the kidnappers.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
Okay. Ask about Captain Vasco.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man who knows his knots. He's well appreciated by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for laughs now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
Thank you, Lauro. I need to be going.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here. I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
I have two new clients. They want to go to Alstad, and the Inquisitors are on their heels, which will not make my job any easier. I think I can get them onto the ship inconspicuously, but we will have to be cautious. And I hope that they will prove patient and discreet. I will hide them away in a warehouse behind the harbor office, where the Inquisitors will never get them.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
Ask about cabin boy gone missing. Ask him about the kidnapping.
I am looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who has been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping? In my establishment? You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Speak about the eventual witness.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No, have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I'm here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
Okay. Ask about the cabin boy.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Ask what happened during the evening.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Okay. Ask her more information on the rich man.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, my lady, you're in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Thélème embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Might I help you, my lady?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lady de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We are looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
Speak about the altercation of the past.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirm that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it is their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
Ask why the Nauts would have taken the son.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Now I have to run all the way back.
Captain, milady, we were given orders to with the merchandise.
You're going to have to wait. We need to find a way to clear the access to the warehouse.
Madam?
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
Inquire on Madame Fontaine.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nauts, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Naut. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naut?
Oh, how I would like my father to be implicated in this sordid business. Our old teacher must surely know what's going on here. Let's go talk to him.
Yes? Well, how can your old professor be of service to you?
Ask about the contract between the Nauts and the Fontaine.
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child, due to some contract with the Nauts.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nauts. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son in an agreement signed between my uncle and the Nauts?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nauts as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
If you wore a Naut uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in. Unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients. But it's doable.
They are back here.
Orders haven't changed, you know. No one passes.
Did you hear the bell?
The bell? Of the port authorities?
Of course. All the Nauts must be off.
The path is clear. We should notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
Well now, can we get going?
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it. You won't have much time to move at all.
Don't you be worrying now. We're off.
The warehouse is at the end to the right there. You can't miss it.
Move out. Quick steps.
So I don't have to prepare the drink anymore?
Damnation. We've been found. I told you that the smuggler was not worthy of our trust.
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison. But reveal to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition, then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Thélème so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Ask about your research.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it would provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of Saint Matthias. The one who returned to Thélème after traveling with his master.
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Teofredi, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. the Eden of St. Matthias.
And? What did you find?
Teofredi is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced St. Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
Their escape plan.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
The possibility of making an agreement with Telema.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could. Forget what you have discovered, perhaps?
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are after.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
Proceed with their arrest. Propose to speak to the Bridge Alliance ambassador. Let them be on their way.
I could have a word with the good Dr. Zaheen, the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. If he can be persuaded to offer you asylum, you would be saved.
Your goodness honors you. May the Illuminated forever light your path.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to refrain from that sort of blessing. Stay here. I'll be back. don't have the key.
So, freeing the guy was not an option. Okay, I still have to tamper with this place, don't I? They will take it.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
To my help!
That's like a bad idea.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
Ah, Jesus fuck. I'm trying to be inconspicuous here.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
To my help!
Maybe I should just try putting on the clothes.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs. Here is the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
they don't react when I have those clothes on? Or easier to move around. Okay, looks like I managed this one.
Excuse me, madam, but I haven't quite finished my inquiries yet.
If you would be so courteous, I would like you to leave. I have told you all that I have to say.
Wait, what? Threaten her? Do I have to?
Come on now, stop lying. Jonas was taken away by force against his will by armed men.
That is not true. Completely false.
Enough. With every word, you are a step closer to a prison cell.
Prison? But what would be the charges?
For kidnapping. Whether Jonas is your son or not, he's a naught that you kidnapped and locked up. In the eyes of the prince, you have committed a crime that puts the interests of the congregation at great risk.
I beg of you, Your Excellency. Have mercy on a poor mother who is looking only to recover her child. We didn't kidnap our own son. And if you need to speak with him to be convinced, please do. He's in our warehouse, near the Coin Guard Plaza, next to the canal. I am certain that once you have heard his account, you will see the tragedy in our predicament and help us.
I regret having had to threaten that woman.
You didn't have a choice. She was lying, and we need to find that boy.
I got -1 with the congregation just now. But there was no other way, was there? What if I didn't talk to her? Would the mission be progressed even if I just entered the warehouse without talking to her? I'll first go to the ambassador.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade.
Ask for help for the story.
I would like to talk to you about a rather delicate matter.
I am listening.
A couple of historians have made a recent discovery concerning Matthias, the founder of the mythical Ptolemy, and it seems that this is not to the liking of the Illuminated. Or at least his more fervent subjects.
These sinister hypocrites are going to want to burn them at the stake.
Without a doubt. And that's why these poor people are begging you to offer them asylum.
We are willing. Where are they to be found at this time?
At the port of Serene. They were hoping to stow away discreetly on a vessel to Al-Sad.
Very well. I shall send an escort immediately to take them somewhere safe.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
We owe you our lives. We are eternally grateful.
It was nothing. I hope you won't have too much difficulty adapting to your new country.
If you would allow me, I would like to give you this. It's not much, but it is all that we possess.
Farewell.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart.
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
A handful of underlings don't scare us away. Right, cousin?
Guys.
So it's here that our man keeps his son. Abusive fathers.
I'm sorry, man.
A don't have the key. It's not possible just now.
So I can open this without key. Looks like the mission progressed. Or at least I managed to progress it. We need a key.
To me!
Do I have to fight them?
Take no prisoners to my help! And death to the others!
Move away! Things are about to get dicey! You're running out of energy! Drink a potion! You're running out of energy! Drink a potion! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Did I just kill them? I need a key. Hopefully I didn't kill the father. But even if I did, who cares about him? That's where we came from.
Who are you?
My name is Desade. I'm legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
I'm extremely sorry to have to tell you this, Jonas. He preferred to fight to the death rather than allow you to leave. He left me no choice.
How tragic. The poor man. What madness overcame him? And the woman, my mother, she'll be all alone now.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parent.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to your ship. I will see you there.
Wait, I will save here and quickly reload. Because I need to check one Would he fight if I entered from the other side? Or would he talk to me? But I was in stealth mode. Possibly this got no.
Lady de Sade, what are you doing here?
I have come looking for your son. The Naughts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Naughts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say, Sir Fontaine?
Tell him about what Sir de Concilion taught us.
I looked into the contract that binds you to the Naughts. It was indeed you who ceded your son to them in exchange for help with your business with the bridge.
It is so. But that sort of contract is ignoble. I never would have signed it if I had known.
You should have thought of that before. Breaking the contract could have regrettable consequences for the congregation.
The prince will know how to negotiate with the Naughts. If they take my son back, my wife will die of sadness.
Her sadness would be all the more terrible if she learned of your role in this story. Don't you think?
You wouldn't dare tell her. I beg you.
You were not leaving me with a choice.
Very well. Take the key and take him away. Cursed be the day I delivered my son unto the Naughts.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
So stealth provokes aggression. Yeah, remember that.
So it's here that our man keeps his son. Abusive fathers.
Who are you?
My name is de Sade. I'm legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
Yes, even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of changing his mind. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seemed so sweet and happy to see me.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to your ship. I will see you there.
So if I threatened the lady, I would lose 1 point, but then the game would reward me 2 points for releasing the guy. But I didn't do it because I reloaded. Nothing tested here. Good. Okay. Now I have to lie to the Salama ambassador. Who cares about those religious pricks?
Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Report the escape of the heretics.
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you seek have fled.
Curse them! How could that possibly have happened?
Lie.
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic incident that my uncle would have condemned.
The bridge. I thought as much. Those heretics have turned to them. But I had hoped that you might intervene quickly enough to stop them. It is truly regrettable. We have nothing else to do but pray that the Luminous might shield us from their lies.
I just got
I must be going.
point of reputation
Farewell,
with them
Excellency.
for lying.
May the light guide you, de Sade.
I just lied to the guy. And he awarded me a point. Then I see. No interacting for now. I would anyway go to the warehouse because I already were there before and the name on the warehouse was telling. But, well, the game assumed that you would threaten her, and I didn't, so it doesn't count. Okay, inform Captain Bat. So I did all the side missions. That's true.
Madam,
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
we should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. My cabin boy, Jonas, is back on ship. I have you to thank, I imagine.
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and though solved, leaves a broken family behind.
All we can do is plot a course. No one tells the wind what to do. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go to so much trouble for a cabin boy. Your actions bring you honor.
Okay. I guess that's everything. No more missions.
Be back soon, Captain.
Okay, I need to check one more time. Okay. Sure.
Madam?
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon.
Ask permission to come aboard.
Permission to board the ship. We are ready.
Certainly. But keep in mind that we'll be at sea for several months. If you have any farewells to make or any final business to put into order, now is the time.
Leave Serene.
No, my house is in order. We are ready to embark.
Perfect. Follow me.
I am so eager to discover Tir Freddy. My isle. My new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures. As big as buildings.
That's right. I heard a rumor the Nauts even brought one back in one of their ships.
I doubt that. The Nauts are strange, but they're not idiots.
Okay. I got points. 2 points. Oh, wait. How did I get the key to the jail? Smuggler is a good man. Maybe I should just let him, leave. If I have a key anyway.
Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen. Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
I was lady 5 seconds ago. He wanted to save historians. I guess I can give him that much. He doesn't give me anything and it's not related to any quest anymore. But I feel better doing that. Constantine d'Orsay. Son of the mighty Prince d'Orsay and his second wife, Constantine is your cousin. You know him from your earliest childhood and have always been very close. Despised by his father, who always seems to regret the death of his first son, and used by his mother, You are probably the only true friend and confidant he has. Although very intelligent, his whimsical temperament often made him look like an inconsistent boy, until the day his father finally decided to put him to the test by naming him governor of the young colony of the congregation on Tir Fedi. Ah, there he is.
The beast is awoken!
Oh,
Those
Jesus fuck.
conniving, piss-distilling, bridge-building liars. The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this.
What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Help! We need ropes! We must contain it! Help!
Hey! It will destroy the ship!
Let's lend them a hand.
What the fuck is this? The ship is no longer useful.
Watch out! Take a step back, sir!
Oh, no, the mast! Not the mast! Oh, so we don't have to fight it.
Kurt! Captain! Keep my cousin safe!
Ouchie! And I died. That was quick of him. I didn't even do that much damage. I have to get used to the fighting. But the ship! What's with the ship?
The beast is...
Ay, 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 ay. Jesus fuck. It's not really that easy to fight this thing, because the character is moving in weird ways. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, that was annoying. It's really not easy to maneuver because you have the dodging is not working the way I think.
How do you fare?
Fine, fine. It is dead.
Are you wounded?
I'm well. Your lessons have proven effective.
I've never seen a beast this size. It's quite extraordinary.
Cousin, what a fight. You were illustrious.
I'm not of the same mind. I have the feeling it was already weakened. I did nothing more than finish it off.
Your humility remains a constant. But believe me, that battle was absolutely epic.
Can the ship even sail like this? When you fight, the camera doesn't work. And dodging doesn't work as I think it should also. Wait.
Madam, gentlemen.
So it was not their ship. He's like a boy.
Your cousin's enthusiasm is most impressive.
This journey is his long-awaited chance to prove his worth. He has a demanding father.
More likely he's just happy to be free of this hornet's nest.
I definitely know I am. That's certain.
Stations, lads! Weigh anchor and ready her to wear. Lively now, lively! Catch me a wind!
Those clouds were moving too quickly. La 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 la.
A charming welcoming committee. Gentlemen, I am Constantine of House Orsay, your new governor. I have no idea what sort of ceremony you've prepared for my arrival, but I would gladly skip it, so... indeed, these are rather peculiar customs. I see, it seems you were quite intent on serving me a drink. Hello? Cat got your tongue, gentlemen? Would it be those annoying beaks?
I am truly sorry. These doctors should have shown a greater measure of courtesy. Thank you, dear doctors. Move along. Don't trouble the Nords. Pay no attention to them. Instead, just drink. The long voyages at sea require the appropriate treatment as soon as we land. According to our scientists, without fortifiers, you might catch your death, and that will be quite regrettable.
I should have chosen death. This concoction is liquid torture.
I would think that they would have warned you on the ship.
Not in the slightest. And you must be Lady Morange, my predecessor.
You are correct.
There you are!
To your health!
Aha! You got your dose of bile too. Allow me to present to you Lady Morange, and to you, my dear lady, my most trusted cousin. Where is the captain?
He seems to be preoccupied with some sort of admiral.
Indeed. Then I will have to thank him later for this most marvelous voyage. Excellency, lead me to the palace, I beg you. And, whenever possible, go by way of all the intriguing alleyways. I am dying with impatience to discover this new city. My city!
Your Excellence! We must wait for our escort!
No need. Have no fear, for I am here to defend you, my lady.
I've been scullied.
How so?
My admiral laid me off.
What?
My cousin was nonetheless delighted with your services. I hope that there was no misunderstanding.
None, I'm sure of it. She just ordered me to give you any assistance you might need.
This request doesn't seem to please you.
Don't take offense, but it's not pleasant for a captain to abandon his ship. In any case, here I am at your service, for a while.
Oh no. Well.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Desarde, can I do anything for you?
Whether he's mad at...
You seem to be mad at me for some reason. Do you still resent the fact that I called your ship a boat?
No, it has nothing to do with that. Nobility makes me uncomfortable. I'm sorry if I was rude.
Tell him it wasn't his fault. Ask him if it was your charm that made him change his mind.
Did my charm make you change your mind?
And I was starting to believe that you were different. Did you want anything else?
Wait, he didn't like that? I'm sorry.
I must leave you.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Desarde, can I do anything for you?
You seem to be mad at me for some reason. Do you still resent the fact that...
Tell him it wasn't his fault.
I can't blame you. Most nobles are tiresome. I hope that I've managed to change this poor first impression of me.
You have? I was wrong about you. You are different. I should have realized that sooner. I hope you can forgive my manners. It was foolish of me. Did you want anything else?
So it does count what you said. How he became an Naut.
How did you become a Naut?
As you may have guessed, I am sea-given. I was given to the Nauts when I was a little child, for a reason I ignore. I think I was originally from the congregation, but I have no memory of my family. I took my first steps on the deck of a ship. That's all I can remember. Did you want anything else?
No.
I must leave you.
Apart from some loops that I noticed. Okay, I guess I will stay here. And finish for today. Oh. Yeah, I will never get accustomed to battle in it feels clunky. Clunky a lot. Like what game disables the camera movement during a fight and lets you only move sideways? That's so annoying. That's really annoying. I can't even switch, like move camera around in order to, you know, run away. I have to run away backward. Okay, see you next week. I hope. Oh wait, I didn't remove this. Yeah, I thought I forgot about something. I forgot to remove the cake. Okay. Anyway, thank you for dropping by and see you next week. Bye bye.